He has been an active participant of 2 clubs so far, Transport Canada Toastmasters and Tunney's Toastmasters. Currently, Claude is our VP, Public Relations, and enjoys promoting our club, taking an active role in our weekly meetings and digging into his pathway to finish level 2 of the innovative path. Today, Claude is presenting the second speech of level 2. His goal is to connect with his audience, and he will be doing so by talking to us about the impact that music has on each and every one of us. His time will be 5 to 7 minutes. So please help me welcome Claude Racine, The Power of Music, Claude Racine.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
I hate to interrupt, Claude. I'm letting Sheila in this very second.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna hold.
Just so I know she's our evaluator, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
Okay, I'm here. I'm sorry. I thought we were using the meetup, and I was trying to figure that out. But anyway, we're here. We're good. Sorry about that.
Okay, so thank you very much, Madam Chair. I'd like to start by asking you guys, who doesn't like music? And of course, as expected, I don't see any hands up because everybody loves music. That's how we connect. And because mostly music makes us feel good. That's the main reason. It creates emotions in us that we sometimes know, sometimes we don't, but it will easily make us laugh, easily make us cry, make us dance if we want to. And although it affects us in various ways, if there's one thing in common that we have in common, it's music. So, fellow Toastmasters, today I would like to talk to you about music, of course, and its incredible power, but I would like to talk to you about why we love music so much and actually delve into 3 main elements that I think are primary reasons why it has such a hold on us. So, starting way back, we know that scientists from the beginning have always known that primarily music is emotional for us. That's the number one reason. The first reason is we connect to music because of emotions. It brings back huge memories for many of us. It makes us feel good. It can pull us way back. If I think about my dad and my mom, for instance, and I'm sure some of you and many of you are going to feel the same, it will take me right back to an instance when I was with my dad or my mom, and that's because of music. Conversely, it can also take me right to the very moment I'm in. If I'm working out, for instance, there's nothing better than music to inspire me, to pump me up, and to keep me going. I'm having a celebration, a barbecue in my patio. It will be a huge part of my celebration to create the mood around my environment with people. If I'm meditating, it takes me right there. If I'm having dinner and with friends, same thing. It's going to be a huge part of the celebration, the action that I'm taking. So, of course, its impact is very much emotional. That's the number one. But it's also cultural. And speaking of which, the second aspect of its impact on us is very much generational. So, informally, earlier, I did a quick survey amongst some of you, and it didn't take me too long to realize that part of our group includes folks from, it goes all the way from the boomers era to the Generation X, Y, Z, and we even have some millennials sprinkled into our group, you know. So between us, we cover a whole array of musics and styles. I would submit to you that it goes way back to the rock and roll era with, you know, like Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, who dominated the chart for so many years. And then we sprinkled a little bit of soulful music with Aretha Franklin, the queen of soul. And moving forward closer to us, Michael Jackson, Madonna, the king and queen of pop, respectively, had a huge and still have a huge impact on music. More recently, we've seen a push on festive and really exotic Latin music. So with the Ricky Martin and Jennifer Lopez, and now we're seeing rap and all sorts of other genres. So that makes it really exciting. In other words, every generation has its sound of music and its impact on us. But I would submit to you that the third aspect is more personal. That's what music has on us. It's every individual has their reason and their likes and dislikes about music. And for me, if you're asking, I have to relate an instance when I was younger, of course, and it was all I was a child of the late '70s and early '80s, and for me it was all about disco. It was the disco era, and who doesn't like disco? I ask you. Everybody at that time was wearing bell-bottom pants and very super colorful shirts. It was the late '70s and '80s, so it was festive, it was fun, it was happy. It was a very happy period. When I think of it, I think of happy. It was upbeat and dance music. All that music was really, really popular in that period. So give me, the Donna Summers, and give me the Bee Gees, and who doesn't remember Saturday Night Fever, and Gloria Gaynor, the infamous I Will Survive song that's been repeated from generation to generation with a new beat, So Lionel Richie and so many more, and so many more. So if you ask me, that, my friend, was music. But what is it for you, though? What is your style of music? Was it the fun sounds of the 50s and 60s? Or is it the hot rhythms of Latin music? Or maybe the cool vibes of indie and alternative music that you like? Whatever it is, we all have our type of music that really comes and grabs us. Whether it's emotional, generational, or personal, music is part of our lives. So, fellow Toastmasters, whatever it is to you, I would submit to you that music is part of your life, especially right now during this pandemic period that we are going through. We need an outlet, and I really would encourage you to continue with music and put music in your life. Play what you like. Play music. And it's never been easier with our smart speakers now. And I forgot to turn off my button, but it's so easy now to say, hey, play me some bossa nova, and see what happens. Who knows? You might like it. Um, on that note, I would like to leave you with a quote from John Legend. Next time you're feeling down, remember that song that made you feel good and play it. It'll lift your spirit and you'll instantly be reminded of the power of music. Back to you, Madam Chair.
Thank you so much, Claude. That was great. Personally, I connect with music a lot because I think it's a big part of my life, and so yeah, I totally agree with John Legend's quote because yeah, there are times when you're down, and so sometimes I just go in the shower and sing my heart out, and no one cares, no one listens. So, and it really lifts up the spirit for sure. So I agree. Thank you. I would now like to ask Anouk to give us 2 minutes for us to write a speech evaluation for Claude. I will link Claude's email here in the chat so that all of you can send an email to him rather than in the chat, since as soon as this is over, he won't be able to see it. So let's take that 2 minutes, please.
Oh, I sent you a brief message in Zoom there, Claude, just in case you didn't see.